Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Interjection 3. The interjection today is Ahem. All right, spelled A-H-E-M. All right, let's take a look at the note here. Ahem is actually an interjection that is a throat-clearing sound. Yeah, a lot of times when you're clearing your throat, you go ahem, ahem, ahem. That's basically what it is. All right, let's continue. It is used especially to attract attention in a polite way. However, it could also be used to express disapproval, annoyance, embarrassment, or shock. So it's really used in a lot of ways, surprisingly. It's basically an onomatopoeia. All right, remember, that's a word that sounds, that's spelled exactly like it sounds, like buzz. Buzz, buzz is spelled B-U-Z-Z. It's spelled exactly like it sounds, okay? That is sometimes simply just used for its actual purpose of clearing one's throat. So sometimes maybe somebody has a cold or a cough, and they are really just clearing their throat. Maybe there is no special purpose like we have here, but it is also used for these reasons too. Okay. Finally, it could also be used in a sarcastic way. Remember, sarcasm is when you say one thing, but you really mean the opposite. All right, and we have 6 examples here of how we would use this. All right, let's look at the first one. The bellboy made an ahem sound as he waited to be tipped. Yeah, you see this in the movies all the time. You know, maybe he might even be standing there with his hand out, but maybe the person is not giving him a tip, or they're not thinking about it, they're doing something else, and then, he doesn't go away, he doesn't leave, and he just went, ahem, and then you turn around, he might be standing there with his hand out. Well, he wants a tip. So that would be a polite way, or kind of a polite way, in trying to get someone's attention. And then usually the person gets the hint and would probably give them a tip at that point if they didn't do it before. All right, let's continue. Ahem, excuse me, what did you say? This could be a few ones. This could be disapproval or annoyance. Maybe somebody said something and you want to make sure, did you really say what I think you said? Kind of like that. All right, the third one here. Some TV anchors professed to others, so they're kind of like preaching or profess to others, that they must always wear a mask in public places due to the coronavirus. One of them was even caught in public without a mask, while he was supposed to be in quarantine because he tested positive for the disease. He was later tested. So first he was professing this, then he got tested for the coronavirus, and he was quarantining himself supposedly in his own house in his basement. But then he got caught outside in public. I think there was some guy on a bicycle caught him and knew him because he was a famous person. Hey, don't you have coronavirus? Aren't you supposed to be quarantined? So in this sentence, we could say this whole thing where you're not directly saying the person's name, but then you might say, ahem, Chris Cuomo, meaning like you weren't going to say it, but then you said his name, like he's an example of this. So kind of also refers to shock and disapproval here too. Okay, and number 4, Chris Cuomo. Remember Chris Cuomo, he is actually the brother of Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, and he's a famous anchor on CNN. All right, let's read number 4. Ahem, I think you are sitting in my seat. All right, this is another way to get attention. Maybe a little bit of annoyance to it too, because, you're sure that's your seat and, somebody else sat there for whatever reason, but maybe they weren't looking at you. So you went, ahem, just to get their attention. So they turn around and then you say, I think you're sitting in my seat. Okay, good. Number 5 here. Ahem. You are unaware. Yes. In case you are unaware, there is no smoking in here. Look at the sign. So again, they probably did it to get attention. A little bit of annoyance to it, maybe. A little bit of disapproval. All right, and the last one is to do with sarcasm. And it's probably used in a little bit of a humorous way. Maybe somebody was saying, oh, come on, my wife will make you a lot of food. And, come on, you like my wife's food, don't you? And then you go, I really, love your wife's cooking, but they say it in such a way as sarcasm, meaning, like, not really, no. She doesn't often make good tasting food, so I really love your wife's cooking. So here it's meant to show sarcasm. You say it as though you love it, but you really mean you don't love it. Sometimes used in a humorous way or as a joke, probably among friends. Okay, anyway, hope you got it. Hope it was clear. Hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.